In this particular video, we are going to take this particular question. The question is trying to say that we have to find the median number of employees assigned per project of the project at company Z. It looked like a very complicated question, but to be very honest, this question is not complicated at all. If we try to read the statement very carefully, we could able to figure it out by just reading the statement, we can find the answer. But I will tell you the complete approach, how to find the answer. Because if I talk about DS, we can't take any kind of risk. It might be possible by combining the statement, then also we could not able to find the answer. So if I talk about the statement number one is trying to say that 25% of the project at company Z has 4 or more employees assigned to each other. Although firstly, we have to figure it out what median. So in the beginning, I will write, we have to find median numbers of employers, right? Employer assigned to, definitely there will be only one company in both the statements, so there will be no worry for writing that company Z. If I talk about the statement number one is trying to say that there will be 25% of the project at company Z has, so I will write 25% of project will be assigned 4 or more employers. Okay, fine. But definitely by this statement, we could not able to find the median at all. Because if I talk about median, we have some upper range and lower range, then only we could able to do something to find the median. But here only because of one condition, we could not do anything. So directly we can say that statement number one is not sufficient to give the answer. Now coming upon to the statement number two. Statement number two is trying to say that 35% of the project has two or less employers to assign the project. Okay. Again, if we look at the second statement, we could not able to directly say that what would be the median. But we know that somewhere we are getting the upper value and lower value. So if we combine both of them, might be possible we can get the answer. So if I combine both of them, firstly, from the first statement, can I conclude one more thing? And the conclusion is that 75% of project will be done with or will be done 4 or less employer. Can I say this? It's a concept of percentage that a complete number gives you the 100%. If 25% of the project is done by 4 or more employers, then definitely 75% of the project will be done by 4 or less employer. So if we combine both of them, so can I say that 75% minus 35%, that will give you 4 or less, and here will be 2 or less. So that means we can say that exactly to employers. So how can we say that this directly? Because try to understand, if 75% of the project is done by 4 or more employers, and what they are saying, 35% of the project is done by 2 or less employers. So can I say that the remaining 40% of the employers are doing the rest, the remaining 40% of the project is done by the employer number third only, because here only one common number is there, that is only 3. So directly we can say that 40% of project is exactly done by employer number 3. So directly we can see that the median number of employer assigned per project for an company Z, that will be 3. If I talk about the complete solution, so you can just look over the solution part. Statement 1 is not sufficient. Statement number 2 along is not sufficient. But if we try to combine both of them, we could able to figure it out. Median number of employer assigned to complete the project, that will be 3. So option number C will be correct. Although we don't have to figure out the exact answer, we just have to tell that which of the following statement are true. But if you want to solve a complete question, then also you can do this within 1 or 2 minutes. If I talk about the level, that at what scale we can mark this out. So somewhere in GMAT, this type of question will lie under the category of 650. So this question is not that much difficult, but yes, somewhere it stands out. Again, the option number C. And if I talk about the time, so we can do this question within 1 minute, 20 seconds. I've given you the complete explanation. That's why I've taken a lot of time. If you will try to do that, initially you could able to see that neither of the statement are sufficient to give the answer. Just you have to combine that, and you have to just look at whether by combining we can get the answer or not. That's all we have to do. So 1 minute, 20 seconds is sufficient to do this type of question. I hope that this particular question is clear to you. If you have any confusion, so you can just write down in the chat box, and we will discuss your doubt as well. So this is all about today. I hope you understand this particular concept.